Hello, welcome everybody to another MachoorTV video. Today we're going to talk about a very important tool for Ryu, which is Donkey Kick, aka Hybrid Kick, okay, which is the move that a lot of other than Ryu players hate. Everybody who gets hit by this move gets salty for some reason. But today I'm going to show you a tutorial on all of the versions, especially since the heavy version got buffed. And I'm going to show you all the benefits, all the changes, everything that you can do with the new buff, and all of the 4 different versions: the light one, medium one, heavy one, and the EX one. So stay tuned and let's go to the training mode. Also, you can now easily book your next coaching session or one of the other coaching services available in the link in the description below. Okay, so the reason why you want to actually use Donkey Kick in neutral, it's because, you know, it's a long range poke. It's basically a long range poke. That's why you would want to use it. And it knocks people away. So when you hit somebody like this, look how far they go. They go to the end of the screen. And generally speaking, every single time you get like a medium donkey kick like this, you know, a hit like this, you can definitely get a attention charge afterwards. So that's like a, you know, a free reward that you get from like medium donkey kick, which is really good. And it's good to like annoy people this way. It's good to like, you know, reset neutral or like keep them away, or even like, you know, if you don't want to don't want to get the dungeon charge, just do this and then maybe close the gap a little bit. But of course you're not gonna have Oki from this, but you're just gonna, you know, close the gap and bring them to the corner closer. So this is a very good, you know, tool, but you should know as a new player, you should not abuse this. You should not be doing this constantly, not like a million times in a round or a million times in a match. It's done, you know, here and there. You know, that's very clear to do, because this move has a lot of you know, negatives, or a lot of cons, or a lot of weaknesses. So as you can see, like the medium dunk kick is like you know, 48 frames in total. So it's like a big move. It has like, you know, a long, you know, animation. The startup is 18. But you know, it has a long, you know, animation fully, and on block this is actually like going to be -8. So you want to make sure that you space this thing correctly. You don't want to do it like close quarter. You don't want to just do this, because you're gonna get punished, right? So even if I have him, you know, do a block reversal over here with a crouching medium kick, and have him, you know, do this like this, he will be able to punish me. See that it's a punish counter. So you don't want to be in a situation like this. You want to be able to do it from here, where, you know, the his hit is not going to reach, and maybe you can also whiff punish the attempt of whiff punishing. Like for example, like this. You see that it's not going to reach. So what I'm gonna do is I might do something like this, and then whiff punish that attempt to whiff punish me. That is a very good, you know, benefit of Donkey Kick in neutral, like when you throw it raw like this without a block string. So and you know, and the beautiful thing about it is that if you space it correctly, you can whiff punish somebody who's trying to whiff punish you like that. But yeah, but keep in mind, this is a -8 on block thing. It's not something for you to just like keep on doing it like that. And Ryu players have been using this for over a year now. It's been a year and a half since the game has been released, and all of the Ryu players are using the medium dunk kick in neutral like this. So by nature, all of the other players have had like, you know, a year and a half to adapt to this, to try to find solutions to this, to try to stop it. So there is a parry OS that is that people have discovered, that people do, which is like hold parry for a little bit, you know, hold parry for a little bit, and if the donkey connects with that parry, then it is going to perfect parry it. If the donkey kick does not connect to the parry, they are going, like it whiffs, they are going to cancel that parry into a drive rush, and then they are going to, you know, they're going to drive rush and then whiff punish the donkey kick. So for example, if I have Ryu over here do a donkey kick like this, I can, you know, just hold parry, try to perfect parry it, right? And if I get it correctly, I will get the perfect parry. Let me just try it over here. I have to time it correctly. Like this. This is a perfect parry, right? So what happens if it whiffs? He's just gonna cancel drive rush this way. So you're always going to parry and then drop and then input a double forward, because if you don't get the perfect parry, you can get the whip punish like this. So a lot of the players are using this parry OS, which is very powerful versus the medium donkey kick. And as we said, especially the medium donkey kick, because it has people, they know the range of it right now. They have been seeing this for a year and a half. They know the speed of it. They know how long it takes to recover. So there is that. There's also the fact that you can also like just DI this on reaction. You see that? You can even do it relatively, late, or you can't even jump it. So there is also that. So there is this. There is blocking it here, and you can get a proper punish. So there are multiple ways to counter medium donkey kick, and I feel like right now it is very important for you. As I said, like everybody is adapting to this, or already everybody have adapted to this. It's very important for you to change the versions that you're using in neutral. So then people don't just like get like free punches for this. If you're using the light one, if you're using the heavy one in conjunction with the medium one, if you're rotating between them, it will become more difficult for people to deal with donkey kick in neutral. So yeah, so this is about medium donkey kick. It's good for this. It has the longest range in terms of not the longest range, but it has the mid range. I mean, like out of all of the other versions of the medium one, the light one, the heavy one, this has the one in between. Okay. So it's good, it's not bad, but you have to like use other stuff. The good thing also about this is that it can be cancelled from the medium. So if I just delete this and have him not block anything, it can be cancelled from like the medium ones. It can be cancelled also from like crouching medium kick, or like even the heavy ones, even like heavy punches, something like that. So this is a very good benefit. And the benefit of this is that maybe you have a problem with maybe like DP into level 3. Maybe this time, maybe this one, maybe you get a super instead of the, like maybe sometimes when you try to input DP like this, you get a level 1 instead of a DP and level 3. So if maybe you're playing like a very stressful match and you're afraid that you might get the level 1 or something like that, you can just do this and you'll have a long period of time to like do the super. The nice thing about this is that the super is also a kick animation or a kick input, and this is a kick input also. So you can just do this and then repeat the same input twice and you'll get the super, right? The other thing is that you can also get something like this, so you have to make sure that the donkey kick is not done like very far away. Like for example, if you hit somebody with an overhead this way, this is going to whiff. You see that? So don't do that. You have to make sure that this is going to be a close range combo. So for example, if I do it from here, this might connect, or no, this is even like not connected. But in case, like for example, I do it like this from here, this is definitely going to connect. So there are some ranges where the level 3 afterwards would whiff. So there are some ranges where the level 3 afterwards would connect. So you have to, the more you play, the more you can realize that, this is not going to work. So let me just use a MachoorTV instead over here, right? And we'll get the so yeah, there is also that. There's also like when something like this happens, you can also get the level 3 over here. So for example, something like this happens. This will not work, but here this will work. Even though it's very high. Even though it's very like Ryu or the character that you're playing against is at a very high juggle. So you can also still get the level 3 over there. So there are some cases for this. But yeah, this is like basically the medium donkey kick. Make sure that if you're going to use medium donkey kick in neutral, make sure that you hit it, but with the tip, right? You wanna make sure that this is blocked at the tip over here, like exactly like that. You don't want to make sure, you see, even like over there, it was not -8, it was actually -2 only. So this is like safe because you're doing it from like the maximum range. And this is generally what you want to do when you're using medium donkey. You don't want to make it whiff, because as I said, it's a 48 frame animation. and people will use the OS, the parry OS, and then they will whiff punish that medium dunk kick. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that, and you don't want to make it, you don't want to do it over here, because here it's gonna be -8. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that it hits over there. You see that, even though it's -8 over here, but nothing otherwise will connect. And that is the golden, that's the sweet spot. That's where you want to use it, right? And don't overuse it. Don't do it too often. So that is basically, you know, the medium one. The light one, this one, is definitely becoming my favorite one. This is a startup of 14 frames compared to 18 frames of the medium one, and this one has 41 frames of total animation, which is like 7 frames faster. So when we are talking about reacting in a match where people are looking for you to throw a fireball, people are expecting you maybe to jump, people are worried about you checking the drive rush, people are worried about you walking forward doing solar plexus or doing this or doing that, you know, this becomes, you know, 7 frames of difference becomes a big you know, a big difference that can change or can, you know, ruin people's you know, ability to react to the dunk kick. So for example, what I'm telling you right now is not me just like making things up. I've been using this for like over a month now. I've been experimenting with this, and the light dunk kick is so good in neutral that it makes me win a lot of matches. So how do I do that? So I just like make sure that I whiff it. We said that the medium one, we make sure that it has to connect by a tip. But the light one, I don't want it to connect, right? I want it to whiff. I use it more like the light agility. You know, when you're trying to bait a parry for the fireball, if you throw the fireballs and the opponent just keeps on parrying everything, you do this and then you drive rush and you grab it. I use it the same way. It's more like a bait. So I use this like this over here when I know that it's going to whiff. Why? Because people are using the OS, the parry OS. They're going to drive rush and try to like check or try to whiff punish my light dunk kick whiff over here. So what I'm going to do is immediately afterwards, I'm going to press medium punch, crouching medium punch, and then buffer parry afterwards. So I'm going to do this like that over here, boom, like this. And I always get free, you know, drive rush check this way. Even if it's not a drive rush, even if they're trying to walk forward and then press something, I do catch them this way. And remember, even though this is like close range, this is like -11 on block, which is very punishable, even more punishable than the medium one. Even if you do it from here, like from the tip, this is going to be -9. So it's slightly more, it's slightly safer. So, you know, this is here is -10, here it's -7. So depending on the range, it will be safe. And people find it difficult to like differentiate between the light one and the medium one. They don't see the difference very clearly between the light one and the medium one. So use that, you know, to your advantage. However, you know, don't do it from close range because you will be punished. You know, you have to make sure that if you're going to use this in neutral, it will whiff something. Like it has to whiff. And while you're using it from here, it might catch something. It might catch them, you know, walking back and forth like that. So it might get something like this. You might get them, you know, walking back and forth. You might catch them while they're pressing something. You might get a counter hit, and it will work as the same thing as the medium dunk kick. It's a long range poke, right? Of course, the medium dunk kick has slightly better range, but this one has the speed. So the nice thing about this, even if somebody is trying to jump this on reaction, you know, you sometimes get to be able to, you know, anti-air, recover faster and anti-air them. So that is one of the main benefits of the light dunk kick, and I've used it in a lot of my matches recently. If you guys watch some of my, you know, even my World Warrior 1, I have been using this a lot versus like very good players, very high level players, and it's working really well. As I said, like everybody is used to the medium one, so when you use the light one, they get bamboozled, so they don't know what to do. So yeah, so the light one is quite good, and the nice thing about this is that even it does work against does connect with the light ones, with the light attack. So if you use light kick, it does connect, you know, like that. And also, like, you know, with the light ones, with the crouching light punches, it does connect also. The weird thing is it doesn't connect with standing ones. This is not a combo. So if I have him block here after the first hit, this is not a combo. okay, which is something weird, but the crouching ones does work, right? So every time you wanna use this, you wanna cancel a light attack to a donkey kick, the light one will have to be the virgin for you. The light donkey kick will have to be the one to use. So that's an added benefit to it. So the biggest thing about the light donkey kick is the fact that they have buffed it and they made it. They increase the recovery of the opponent after the knockdown, which enables you to have a safe jump in the corner. So for example, if I have it over here, I can always get a safe jump like this. So you can see this is 42 frames, which is the magic number for a safe jump. So even if he wakes up over here with Odish or Yukin, I can block this and then punch it, right? So there is that. So the light one is quite good. Sometimes when you get like a counter hit over here with this, when you're trying to interrupt somebody, like this, you can just use that. Where previously if you wanted to use if you wanted to get like a safe jump, you had to use EX Tatsu like this and spend 3 bars. You see, like I had to spend 3 bars to simulate the exact same situation. But now I can just do it this way and save all of my bar from the punch. So that is an added benefit, and it's an amazing benefit. Sometimes even when I'm using like the heavy attacks, remember, if it connects with the light ones, it will connect. If it connects with like light punches or light kicks, it will definitely connect with the medium ones. It definitely connect with the heavy ones. So sometimes even when I'm doing a combo like this, right over here, I will not end it with DP. Sometimes, or not Tatsu or whatever. Sometimes I'll just end it with a donkey kick, because I do get this, this beautiful scenario, this safe jump, which is very, very powerful in this game. So yeah, that is also an added mix-up that you can use, and to me, this is a game changer for a light donkey kick. The moment they added this, I have immediately found new ways to add it to my game plan, and learn the ranges. Where should you use it? Like over here is good. You can use it over here and still get the safe jump. It's very, very strong, and I highly recommend that you should add this to your game style. The save jumps are so important, so strong in this game. So yeah, even on block, even if somebody perfect parries the save jump, of course you can. It's not their turn. You can take the throw. If they try to throw you, you can EXTP afterwards if they try to press buttons. So it's a whole mini game. Save jumps are so important. So that's why the light dunk kick is extremely important. So use it as bait for people trying to punish the medium dunk kick, or people trying to parry the medium dunk kick, or people trying to maybe jump at the dunk kick or something like that. So this is a bait, unlike the medium dunk kick, which is more of a long range poke. So after that comes the heavy one. The heavy one is the one that got buffed recently, and the heavy one, the nice thing about the heavy one is that now it's actually it's the only safe dunk kick that Ryu has. It's -3 on block instead of -5 before that. So the problem with the heavy donkey kick is that it's look at this, it's 50 frames total. So it has the longest animation out of all of them, and it is 27 frame startup. So the windup is quite big, so people can see the donkey kick coming, and then they can perfect parry, and that is what happens. Every time I use this donkey kick, I definitely I lose. I feel like the reward from it is less than the risk. The risk is quite high, but the reward is not very big, because yes, if it's blocked, look at that, it chips a full drive meter. If I can have it over here without refilling, like this, so you can see that this one. So you can see that it's like a full bar, right? So that's quite a big thing. So even if you do something like this with the previous buff of crouching heavy punch, like this one, look at that, it chips almost a full bar. So if you use it with this, look at that, almost 2 bars gone from just blocking this. It's not a true block string, there is a big gap in between, but still it is a big drive chip or drive meter chip. So there is the benefit of that. But the problem is even if I have him do this to me, you can see that I can definitely perfect parry it. So if I can just time it correctly like that, you can see that I can definitely perfect parry it. And the moment they buffed this attack, I've used it the same day, and you know, I was using it in a lot of ranked matches, and everybody was perfect parrying this. So every time I use it in you know, block strings like heavy punch, this, people, they perfect parry, because everybody is already accustomed to perfect parrying stuff or like long attacks in this game, especially after you use heavy punch, because Ryu players normally when they use heavy punch they always do this, right? So people are aware that you're going to do like a heavy attack that is going to be perfect, you know, able to be perfect parried. So instead of you using this with the heavy punch, maybe if you are going to use it with in a block string, maybe use it with the attack, with the light ones. Maybe use it with this, because it's less you know, expected to be for you to use a heavy down kick after a light kick like this. So that could actually work. The nice thing about this is that even if they try to like interrupt it, if you use it from like long range like this, and they go for something like that, you can get a proper whiff punish this way, and that will result in a big combo for you. So if you do this, you can just do a level 1, and that will get you level damage. But the nice thing about this is that it's actually, the heavy down kick is actually the best or the most damaging combo starter for Ryu. If you want to get those crazy numbers of 7,000 damage, you know, numbers with CA, whatever, you have to use heavy down kick instead of heavy kick or like punch and stuff. So for example, if I do this, I can get something like this, get something that's crazy like this. So all of this is just from the punish counter for the heavy down kick. Even like, you know, from EXTPs, if you block an EXTP like that over here, you can get a combo like that, and that will be the biggest damaging combo, more than the heavy kick. So even if you do something like this, sorry. Okay, so if you do this, of course, this is a new buff also, which enables, you know, the donkey kick to recover fast at the heavy one. So then you can, you know, connect a medium DP afterwards or an EXTP afterwards. Previously, all what you could do over there is a light one, the light DP. So even if you do this, you'll get like 4,450. But if you use the other combo that I'm gonna show you right now, sorry, hold up. You will get 4,507. So that's quite a bit more. So this way you can get like more damage in that way. And with that combo that I just showed you right there, you don't have to do the delay that you previously had to do. So previously Ryu had to do a combo like this. Whenever he wanted to use the heavy down kick starter, you have to do this, and then manually, if you do it very quick, you will not be able to cancel the last heavy punch, right? But you have to manually delay the last heavy punch, so then it will be cancelable to the heavy down kick again. So yeah, that is definitely a bummer, and why this combo was not used often. And you can see that if you mess up the timing a little bit, you can drop it this way. But if you use this combo that I just showed you, right, where you start the combo with back heavy punch, it will always connect. So without any kind of delay. So you can always use this, and it will always connect. You see that? So this is like a tip for you guys if you want to use the heavy down kick as a starter for like punishing stuff, or like a punish counter. This always start with the back heavy punch, or the back heavy kick, sorry, which will, you know, enable you to just like do it automatically without any kind of delay, and you will always get this combo without any kind of drop. So that is a very important thing, and this is how you get the maximum damage. And it's kind of fun for you to go and see what kind of supers, what kind of DPs that have the longest, minus frames on block, where you can, you know, use this punish and get the most damage out of them. So that is definitely very very important. So the nice thing also about the heavy dunk kick being -3 only on block right now, like this is -3. If you actually have the opponent in burnout, then it means that this will become +1. So this will be +1 on block. It will still be your turn. So even if the opponent tries to press anything afterwards after this, let's have him over here. You can see that you get a counter hit, right? So this is very very nice. Sometimes what I'll do, I'll just do this. See that he can't really do anything about this, right? So I'll just pressure him this way and get a lot of chip damage. So you can see like the amount of chip that is happening from just me abusing this. Look at the amount of chip damage that is happening. He's already like losing like a lot of health from this. Look at the amount of chip that is happening, and then I can just turn him this way and get a proper combo. So this is a very good tool. I feel like if you're going to use it in block strings, in burnout, it's the right thing to do. If you are going to use it in block strings, use it in burnout. Don't use it in where the opponent has perfect parry, where the opponent has drive impact. This is quite dangerous. From my experience, using it in burnout is so strong, it's so nice. And remember, if it whiff punishes anything, you do get that big combo. You do get that combo, especially if you are in the corner. Even if you're not in the corner, the best spacing to use it is definitely going to be around, like, let's say 30% to the corner, like over here. You can see like we're not mid, we're not close to the corner, but we are like about 30% to the corner where you can get something like that, right? So you can also do this. So or maybe like 20%, you will get a combo that you want. So you can definitely do something like this. So even if you're not point blank in the corner, you can definitely space yourself where if you get like a magic punish counter that way, you will get like the full combo if you use it in that specific range. So the nice thing also about this is that it can be used in safe jumps, as I said before. It can be done over here where you can use this one in any EX Tatsu, and then you get the safe jump this way. So that is also a very strong way to use heavy donkey kick. I like it also because it's, as I said before, if you have problems with using super or doing level 3 or doing DP level 3 from like tough combos. For example, this combo is the most notorious one, which is this one, back heavy punch, and then you do a DP. So this one over here, you see, I tried to do a DP over there and I got a level 1 because you're using like a back punch and then trying to do like a front DP. It's kind of difficult, but it is definitely possible. You can definitely do something like that. But the easiest one to do is just to do a heavy donkey kick afterwards. So you can easily get a level 3 afterwards. So if you're trying to like cancel to level 3 and you don't mind sacrificing just a tiny bit of damage, right? Use this combo. It's a very good easy cancel, and even if you mess it up, it's safe on block. So yeah, unlike the DP is going to be very very punishable. So that is that is one thing to consider when you're trying to do level 3s. The one thing about this is that you don't want to make it whiff. You don't want to make it whiff. If it whiffs, remember they are already preparing the pairing OS. They're going to punish you with a drive rush, or they're just gonna whiff punish you because this has the longest range. So Ryu goes the furthest. So it's even more. If it whiffs, it's even more vulnerable to like whiff punches. It can be whiff punished with anything. So you don't want to make this whiff. You want to make it connect. You have to make sure that this thing connect. And if you're gonna use it, as I said again, don't use it all the time. Don't just keep on abusing this all the time, because people will do something about it. People will either DI it. People will either perfect parry it or whatever. So use it once in a while, in a blue moon, right? Don't always overuse it. You wanna get the chip damage for the drive meter, sure, but Don't do it, because remember, if this gets perfect parried, if this gets dry impact, you will eat a lot of damage, and probably that's gonna have Oki, so you're gonna be in a guessing situation afterwards. So don't just use this like that. If you're gonna use it in a block string, use it in burnout. Don't use it when the opponent is not in burnout. If you're gonna use it in raw once in a while. And the best thing to do is to use it, when you're over here, when you're 30% or 25% close to the corner, where you can get that. If you get a punish counter, you can get that big combo. The nice thing also about this is that now it does also connect with counter hit heavy punch. So this is also like another thing to do if you're trying to abuse or trying to bully people this way. You can just get a random heavy dunk kick like that, and if it's a counter hit, then you'll get the combo, and you can get a medium DP afterwards, even ESTP afterwards. Previously, it would not connect with the heavy with a counter hit, with a heavy punch counter hit. It will only connect with a punish counter heavy punch. So that is the difference with the new update. And previously also it would only connect with a light one. So there's also that. So you have to remember this. Even if you get a raw counter one in the corner, you can get a DP afterwards. Not the heavy one apparently, but you can get a medium one like that, even if it's just a raw one. What if it's not a counter hit? What if it's just a raw one? You can definitely still get the medium DP. So that is that. I think you can also get a level 1. Nope. Nope. But what if it was a counter hit? Nope, you can't really do that. So they changed that definitely, because now the recovery is different than before. Previously, you could get a level 1 if you get it raw, but it was not practical, because if it's blocked, then you're getting punched. So this is definitely a better change. The last one is going to be the EX one, which is this one. This is, in my opinion, the least used one. It has the least use cases. The problem with this is that it's unsafe on block. It's very, very unsafe on block. So if this is blocked, you are basically going to be, minus 18, which basically any character can punish you with the biggest, punishes possible. So minus 18 is a big thing. So you have to make sure that you only use this when you're 100% sure that your first attack has connected. For example, if you are going to use this, maybe you should use it with a confirmable heavy punch like this, right? Where you can confirm it. For example, if I have him, do a random block over here. Nope, messed it up. Nope. Even there is also this one where if you just mess up the input a little bit, you will get the heavy kick instead of the target combo. Instead of the dog. So you have to be. So it's kind of difficult to do it from like a heavy punch, but you get the idea, right? So maybe you should definitely use it as a punish. So if you get if you know that your first attack is going to be a punish, you could use this one. So for example, if I have the opponent do a crouching medium kick like that on block. Wait, hold up. Maybe I can with punish somebody like this, or if it's an actual punish, right? If it's an actual punish for like maybe something that is -5 on block. For example, a light, a medium MachoorTV, for example, this one. If I have him do this, right, and you block this over here. Have to be very quick with this punish. Maybe you can do something like that, and then you do it. That's not -5, but it's -6. You get the idea, right? So if something is -5, for example, Bison scissor kick or whatever, you can definitely get a punish this way. The nice thing about this is that you can also get a punish. You can also get like a full level 2 super from this. You can see that I'm +4 over here, so it is my turn. It's definitely my turn. So this is a good way to get the corner carry, but the damage is not amazing. but still, it's a good way to like skip, the entire stage and just go to the corner. Of course, it will not if you're before mid screen, that's not gonna happen. If you're in mid screen over here, you will get the opponent to close the corner or get him to the corner. So that's one of the use cases about this. You cannot combo this from like lights. So this will not combo from like lights over here. If this is like this, you can see that it's not a combo like that. Unlike the light one, you can't combo it from like heavies. You can't combo it from like medium ones. So there's also that. So you have to make sure that this is done from like mediums or like heavies. It cannot be done from like light ones. So cannot work if the opponent is close to the corner. Also, like, so if it's here. If you're here over here, look at this. If you do this, the opponent will be out of the corner, and this is a bad situation. Of course, you cannot even combo this. So you have to make sure that this is from here, so then he lands right in front of you. You can also use the new combos that are given to Ryu. So you can also use something like this, and then get a safe jump also from here. So there's also that. So it does have some applications, but in my opinion, the biggest application that it does is, or it has, is the side switch. So for example, if I'm in the corner, right, and my opponent maybe DIs me, for example, maybe he does a DI over here. So and I counter it. Let's have him block. You know what? I'm gonna wait, and I'm going to do this, and then get a side switch, and this is going to be my turn also. You can see that my Ryu's over here is plus 18, so it's my turn definitely. So if I do this, I can get a side switch plus my turn afterwards. So initiate pressure, boom, dash forward, solar plexus, it is my turn. So that way I can put it in the corner, get some damage, and maybe burn him out afterwards, because it is my turn and I'm using a plus frame on block button. So this is a very good thing, instead of just like grabbing him back. So you can definitely grab him back if you don't want to spend the meter. You can just go forward to grab him back, but that is going to be less damage, of course. The nice thing about this is that you can also do it from like what is it called, from like EX Ashoki. So if for example, if you have Denjin, you can definitely do something like this, right? So it does also work from that. You can also do it from like a block in an EXDP, which is quite good, because if you block an EXDP, you can just like side switch this way. And that is that. So that's the best side switch for Ryu that he has, and in my opinion, that's the biggest application that Ryu has for the EX donkey kick, and that's the one that I use the most. So yeah, these are the differences. These are the all use cases of donkey kicks. Remember, if you have a level 3, all of them except for the EX one, of course, all of them, they become a bait for the eye. So for example, if my opponent is just like doing a DI like this, and I bait him this way, hold up, I can just like level 3, afterwards. If I see this, it's not gonna be punished. If I don't do level 3, it will be punished. But I can cancel this into level 3 once the moment I see it. So if I have a level 3, I'm definitely using this. If I can even use this with the medium one, it will still work. I can even use this with the light one, it will still work. But as you can see, I can't really do it with the EX1. And why would you can do it with the EX1, but why would you use the EX1, right? Because it's not gonna be a safe on block. So don't use it with the EX1. Use it with the other versions, especially the heavy one, because it will have the longest range. But remember, if you're doing this and the opponent knows that you're gonna use a level 3 afterwards, because they see that you have a level 3, they might neutral jump it, they might forward jump it, they might parry, not a drive impact. So use this against somebody who would drive impact, see the opponent's previous or try to bait them. See if they have done drive impact to you before, when it comes to donkey kicks or not. See if they would do it this time around or not, and then use it using your own judgment. So yeah, these are the all the versions of donkey kick. In my opinion, the light one is the most useful one. As I said, whiff it, don't let it be blocked. Whiff it, so then you would bait a dry rush afterwards, or you'd bait a jump afterwards, or something like that. The medium one is nice because it has the longest poke, and it's out of the longest pokes, it is the fastest one. But if you're using the heavy one, it might get perfect parried, especially in block strings. But you can use it raw, or you can use it for like the safe jump that I showed you, or you can use it for the maximum damaging punishes. So yeah, these are the use cases for the dunk kicks. If you guys found this video helpful, please leave a like down below, comment what do you guys want to see next, which special move that you guys want me to do or any kind of button that you guys want me to do a tutorial for Ryu. I can help you guys with that. Definitely, these are these things I'm showing you guys, the things that work for me. I would only make a tutorial after I make sure that it does work versus very good players, right? So these are the best tips that I got for you for now. So yeah, with that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.